To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah, yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Black Art Perspective.
Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin questioned the need for widespread COVID-19 vaccines, saying in a radio interview, quote, "What do you care if your neighbor has one or not?" End quote. Johnson, who has no medical expertise or background, made the comments Thursday during an interview with conservative talk radio host Vicki McKenna. Contrary to what medical experts advise, Johnson has said that he does not need to be vaccinated because he had COVID-19 in the fall. On Thursday, he went further, questioning why anyone would get vaccinated or worry about why others have not. He said, quote, "For the very young, I see no reason to be pushing them on people." Johnson said. He continues, "I certainly am going to vigorously resist any kind of government use or imposing of them, of the passports that could be very freedom robbing step. And people need to understand these things." End quote. Johnson's comments comes as his health officials in the United States and around the world urge people to get vaccinated for COVID-19 as soon as possible, saying that reaching herd immunity is the best possible shot at stopping the uncontrolled spread of the virus. Herd immunity occurs when enough people have been vaccinated or have immunity from natural infection that the virus can't easily spread and the pandemic fizzles out. Nobody knows for sure what the herd immunity threshold is for the coronavirus, but experts say that it is higher than 70%. And the emergence of variants and further complicating that picture. In Wisconsin, more than 41% of the population has received at least one shot of the vaccine, and roughly 30% have been fully vaccinated. But demand for vaccinations has slowed in parts of the United States, in a worrisome sign. Johnson, a former plastics manufacturer with a bachelor's degree in business and accounting, said that he doesn't think people should feel pressured to get it. The science tells us the vaccines are 90% effective, he says. So he continues in his quote, "If you have a vaccine, quite honestly, what do you care if your neighbor has one?" End quote. What is it to you? He says. You've got a vaccine and science is telling you it is very, very effective. So why is that a big push to make sure everybody gets one? He asks in a question. And it's to the point where you're going to shame people. You're going to force them to carry a card to prove that they've been vaccinated so they can still stay in society. I'm getting highly suspicious of what's happening here. End quote. The interview ended before Johnson explained what he was suspicious of. On Friday, Johnson issued a statement doubling down on his earlier comments, saying, quote, "Everyone should have the right to gather information, consult with their doctor, and decide for themselves whether to get vaccinated," end quote. Johnson said, noting his support of former President Donald Trump's Operation Warp Speed program to quickly develop a vaccine, saying, quote, "Now I believe government's role, and therefore my role, is to help ensure transparency so that people have as much information as possible to make an informed decision for themselves," end quote. Johnson said it was legitimate to question whether people with a slow risk of suffering and a serious illness it was, here's I've got to stop this and just say this little point right here. The former president, Donald Trump, recently said in an email that he encouraged people to go and get their vaccine. He has encouraged individuals to go get the vaccine. He says that it is the one thing that will help stave off or help to curb the spread. This information is what Donald Trump has said. Now you have other individuals that are harping on to something else that he may or may not have said. But the truth is that President Donald Trump, former president anyway, is telling people to go and get it. Now, Senator Johnson is saying in this quote that he believes that whether people do it or not is their own choice. And this story comes from the AP. This is not the opinion of this channel, nor is it the opinion of any of the subscribers to this channel. However, it is the reading of an AP story that was written by Scott Bauer about 18 minutes ago. And today's date is April 21st, 2021. This is Felicia Lockhart, and this has been the Lockhart Perspective. Well, thank you, Michael Bell, for that. And we will be coming back with more news in only a few moments. Thank you so very much for tuning in again. This is Felicia Lockhart, and this has been the Lockhart News Brief.